program at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia looks beyond just helping a patient beat cancer. It looks to their future. They're trying to help both girls and boys, but a recent breakthrough specific to boys who haven't hit puberty yet could help today's cancer survivors become tomorrow's fathers. Sam Horne was dealt a tough hand very early in life. At the age of 2, doctors discovered cancer.
He had cancer that started in the prostate and had nowhere else to go. It was a fast-growing tumor, and it went up and just ballooned out into his bladder. And by the time he was diagnosed, he was 2 years, 3 months old, and it was the size of a grapefruit.
The same day Sam's family received this devastating news, Dr. Jill Ginsburg came to see them.
She had a study, brand new study that she wanted us to be a part of, a fertility preservation study. And she basically said that the treatment that Sam's going to undergo, he most likely will not be able to have children when he's older. That didn't really seem like a big deal to me at the time. But what seemed to be a big deal was that Jill was looking to my son's future. And after a diagnosis that we got earlier that day, I thought, wow, there's hope that he's going to make it through this.
She's talking about him in the way future.
Absolutely.
He's 2 years old.
Absolutely.
The study was born out of success in fighting childhood cancer. The cure rate is now as high as 85% when chemotherapy is used. But in boys, that chemo, while life-saving, can also destroy cells that would later produce sperm.
In the younger patients, the boys that haven't gone through puberty, they're not making mature sperm to be able to save. And so in the past, there have been no options.
These are actually
10 years ago, they began asking the families of boys if they would volunteer for an experimental study.
We started doing some research and found that in animal models, they're able to restore fertility using frozen testicular tissue. And so we wanted to sort of see if we could translate that to humans.
Here's how it works. While the patient is sedated for another procedure, doctors remove a tiny bit of testicular tissue. They send some to a lab for research and freeze the rest, hoping one day in the future, after the boy is cancer-free, they could re-implant that tissue and prompt his body to start producing sperm. But that tiny sample doesn't have enough sperm stem cells, so they needed a way to make more.
To think about putting it back into the patient to restore the sperm forming ability would take millions and millions of these cells. So the roadblock to date has always been how to expand these sperm forming cells in the lab. And that's the step we think we've overcome now.
The breakthrough came in this lab, headed by Dr. Sandra Rion.
So we took them, we isolated them, and there were like 100 stem cells in there.
And how many could you make?
We made billions.
Billions?
Billions. I mean, we can just grow them forever and ever.
The researchers have not attempted to reinsert a sample of billions of sperm-producing cells into an adult man yet, but that's one path to fatherhood. Another option would be maturing the cells in a petri dish and using the resulting sperm for in vitro fertilization. How far away are we from reaching those milestones and making this a possibility?
Within 10 years.
So that's for the boys that are young right now. That's hope for them.
Exactly.
That includes Sam. He's 12 and nearly 10 years cancer-free. Right now, he's busy playing with his brothers, but his mom can't help but look to the future.
Someday he's going to ask me, can I have kids, or I'm ready to do this, or I'm ready to take these steps. And I can now look back and say, I've done all I can to, have that for you.
To hopefully make that possible. You think you want to have kids when you're older?
Yes.
You want to be a dad?
Yeah.
For this young cancer survivor, a shot at a family of his own one day. So this breakthrough in the lab focused on reproductive tissue from young boys, but Dr. Ginsburg and her colleagues are also trying to help young girls with cancer. Girls have millions of eggs when they're born, so they're saving a sample of ovarian tissue that can hopefully be reimplanted when a girl is older and cancer-free as well.